While studying at Syracuse University, what compelled you to focus on computer graphics?
That's an interesting question. I went to Syracuse because I growing up had a friend. His name was Pete Berthold, and his father was an engineer at Bellcore. Bellcore was the company that defined all the business operating systems for the phone systems, and he had the latest Macintosh computer at his house all the time in the basement, never being used. It was like the home computer that Dad would use when we weren't around as kids. You know, we got home from school, Dad wasn't there, we'd play with the computer. And I learned about HyperCard and all these computer software way before schools had them. And my friend Pete, my friend Sean, all these guys I was growing up with were all playing with BASIC and Basica and all these crazy geeky things. Pete was 1 year older than me. He was doing research on what schools to go to. And he kind of built this list of schools, and one was RISD, another one was University of the Arts in Philadelphia had a computer program. There was RIT, Syracuse was one of them. There were very few number of schools on the East Coast. I was limited because my parents didn't want me to go too far away. And there was this idea. Pete was just like, I'm going to Syracuse. And he came back during his break and told me about all the technology, and they had this really great SGI lab they were doing 3D modeling in. And he, in a sense, convinced me that this was a great place to go. Because Pete was a friend of mine, I trusted him. It was really, we were doing a lot of the same things. We were both artists, and we were making videos, and we were using the computer. And so he went there, and then as a result, I went there. I wanted to go to RISD because I thought it had greater creative output in general. It was a more creative school. But my parents felt really strongly they wanted me to have a basis in academics. They wanted me to have science and history classes and English. They thought it was just really important. And so although RISD has Brown as a side piece, they thought that I would just not do that. And so They felt that if the school could control me, put me in this little box where I would do all those things, I would be able to go there. And also, the city was also not an option for me. My parents grew up in the city, and they just didn't want me to go there and to learn there. They just thought it would be too corrupting a force. Yeah. And so they wanted me to be somewhere protected. And so Syracuse was that place. And the program was computer graphics, which was half computer science and half art. Uh-huh. And the art portion was photography, studio photography, filmmaking, nonlinear editing, 3D modeling, and interaction design. And I also tried to take classes in conventional design, and had lots of peers that were in design courses as well. So sure. I was really able to kind of get experience very early on the full palette of what media is potential.